I can't wait for my car to explode.
Ew, look at your fucking feet. Why do you have monkey feet right now? Look at your left foot. Do you see this?
Do I see what?
Your monkey feet.
Why is this not letting me record? What am I doing wrong? Oh, found it.
Helps to hit the record button.
Count it in. Welcome to the Apartment 205 podcast. Episode 5. Sponsored by Steven Nicolaitis. Because we apologize for calling him a dweeb. Andrew, play the theme song.
It's the theme song for Apartment 205. Live from Apartment 205.
Beep, 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 beep. I think that's copywritten. We can't do that. Anyway, cool. Yeah, we're live. Remi?
Yes.
So we saw Shazam.
Yes, we did.
No more than an hour ago.
It's true.
Go ahead. Let us know how you felt.
Okay, so don't jump down my throat. The acting was bad. Jack Dylan Grazer?
The kid?
The kid from It was the best one.
I thought he was from Stranger Things.
You unbelievable bitch.
Yeah,
I knew he wasn't, but I
Gazebos, Andrew.
forgot.
He was good. I
I
liked
know he's
him a
from one
lot.
of those things.
Okay, so acting was bad. I hated so many of the shots. There were so many scenes where I was like, oh, I hate this shot. I hated it.
How so?
I don't know. Just the way that it was set up, just the shot, I didn't like them. Like the one where fucking, what's his name? Mark Strong, who I always think is Stanley Tucci.
That's the one.
Yeah. When he's just
Not
like.
the Tooch.
Tucci Squad, Tucci Squad, Tucci Squad.
Tucci Squad.
I think that's. I don't think we can say that on here.
Tucci Squad. Tucci Squad.
We have
I
to
can't
call
even
Pete.
say it. Tucci Squad. Tucci Squad. Tucci Squad.
We have to call Pete Davidson and ask if it's okay. So anyway, just like, I don't know. I didn't like the way a lot of the shots looked. I hated the score. I truly don't have anything good to say about it, but against all reason, I loved it.
I thought it was
You
fun.
loved it.
I loved it. I hated
In
it.
the beginning of the movie, I thought you were gonna fall asleep.
I hated it, but I love it. I can't explain the sensation that's inside of me.
weird.
I absolutely thought it was a terrible movie, but I loved it. And at first, I was upset because I was like, this is really this is really cheesy. This is really over the
Yeah,
top. I know that they were going for that. And then I was like, you know what? What else could they have done?
Yeah, it worked.
I mean, I'm so
As
sick
well
of,
as it
we were
could've.
talking about this the other day, like, I'm so burnt out on superhero shit.
Yes.
And not everything needs to be a super dark, dramatic story. And I think it's really hard. Why are you doing this? I think it's really hard. You threw me off what I was saying.
Do you think it's really hard? What do you think is really hard?
I think it's really hard to make most superhero-esque movies serious. Like, I feel like once The Dark Knight came out, it took a shift and everything had to be like this really realistic, dramatic world that was believable. And I don't always need that. And I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I also hated the whole bully thing. I hate unnecessary.
Yeah, there was no-
That was the most unrealistic bullying.
Yeah, that was
So
really
over the
dumb.
top.
That was really dumb. But I loved
Clip in
seeing.
there a bit.
Good.
I loved seeing my
They-
boy from 13 Reasons Why when he was the little
Oh, that
Asian
was him?
kid. Yeah, that was him. The little Asian kid. I fucking lost it. It was so good.
Spoilers from here on out. But no, yeah, when they just rolled up, they didn't even give a reason why they were picking on the handicapped kid. It was just two mean
They
white
literally
kids.
hit him with a car.
Yeah, no, they won.
They
Yeah.
literally did. And then he said, you almost hit me with your car. I was like, dude, he did hit you with your car. And also, you're crippled somehow, so...
Man, paints Philly as just a bunch of mean people. The security
Right.
guard, they had a security guard, and the security guard right by the door didn't even... He
You know
was
what
just
else
like,
is
"Oh,
crazy? You
they're
know
just
what
picking
else
on
is
the crippled
crazy?
kid.
They said, what mall was that? They said, we're in Philly, but we're not going to use the King of Prussia Mall.
Was that not the King of Prussia?
No, it wasn't.
That
King
was
of Prussia.
absolutely.
When you
I
said
thought
that,
it was,
yeah,
and then I was like,
It
the
was
next
not.
shot, I was like, that's not it.
I was surprised they made it Philly because it's DC. So normally it's like some made up city. But
yeah, I don't know enough about Shazam.
yeah.
I also hated how at the end, I could go on forever about all the things I hated, and I still loved it. I don't understand what's happening to me.
I didn't hate it, but for a good up until what's his face, not Stanley Tucci, showed up and was just like, "Give me your power." Up until that point where he gets the bus, I was just like, I'm fucking bored. I was not laughing as much as I wanted to. It was just like, yeah, I get it. He doesn't have a fucking mommy. I was bored, man. I really am starting to get. You really have to do something interesting when it comes to like new superheroes origin stories.
Yeah, origin stories are boring.
It was tough. Even with it was interesting between the 7 deadly sins and like just the idea behind it, but also it wasn't grabbing me like I like all the trailers were. Also, they use all the footage from the trailers, all the footage.
See, I just didn't watch the trailers. I watched like the first one, and then I was like, okay, that's enough for me.
The problem was I think I got a little too excited about it. I wasn't like, oh man, I gotta
Yeah,
go
you
see
were
this.
way into it.
But I was like, I want to see it from the trailers, and then I saw it, and I was just like, yep. Well, I like the twist at the end. That was cool. I didn't know they were gonna do that.
What was the twist at the end? That they all became Shazam?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who cares?
I didn't really.
To our 2 listeners.
Yeah, no, I don't know enough about Shazam lore in the comics and stuff. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't know anything about Shazam, but I'm not going to say I knew it was going to happen, but as the movie went on, I kind of got like the sneaking suspicion because he said brothers and sisters, and then they started talking about being a family, and I was like, oh, they're a real family.
Yeah. And when they replayed him, Jaimon Hansu, telling him, I was like, remember when that happened 45 minutes ago?
Yeah. But I was going to say, I hated at the end how they all just like stood in a line in different colors, like fucking Power Rangers.
Oh, I thought they were going to make a power.
I was like, this is so fucking lame, but God, I love it.
They didn't make as many references to other. I thought it was going to be, like I said, a bit more jokier, kind of like a Deadpool-ish, like
I'm
making
glad
fun
they
of
didn't
itself.
do that. I don't need another Deadpool.
Not
Deadpool
that it needs to go all the way.
Too much.
Deadpool
Is already too much for me that I don't need.
Well, that's the
more
thing.
of
I
it.
thought they would find a happy. For me, it wasn't a happy medium because Deadpool. That is the one thing about it for me is it's a lot of that fourth wall bullshit, which is what it is. But I feel like it could still be written a little bit cleaner. But I thought that's what Shazam was going to be. But it was very, 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 very light on that whole. Making fun of itself.
The whole thing I felt like was very adolescent as a whole. Like it was definitely
borderline coming of age movie.
No, but I mean it was definitely like superhero movies now. Like I was saying, they're definitely geared more towards adults or not children. This was a child's movie, as far as I'm concerned.
But they said shit like 5 times. And
yeah,
fuck at one point, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they did. Maybe once. I don't think so. But I know that in that scene where the 7 deadly sins like eat the boardroom, there was no blood.
Yeah,
and I was like,
bogus.
Yeah, this is. I wish I could have seen a head get ripped off or some shit.
Yeah. It was good.
I gave it 3.5 stars because I don't know why I liked it. I just did. Maybe it's because I was high and I just had a fun ride making fun of it,
you did
like
get high
laughing.
before it.
But it was silly. It was refreshing to see a silly movie.
I liked how Philly it was. Like
no one had a Delco accent though.
That's fine. You don't need that.
They didn't do like Tom Holland did with his New York accent. Nobody had their Philly accent.
What made me mad is at the beginning he had the Geno Steaks thing.
Yeah,
no one
like,
who lives here gets Geno's.
Don't fucking go to. Don't do that.
No one does
Nobody
that.
goes to Geno's. It's a tourist spot.
No one even goes. People who live here, if they go to like any of those, it's usually Tony Luke's.
Yeah.
I guess now saying
as far as the like mainstream ones.
about how Philly it was, those 2 white kids rolling up in a truck beating up a kid was very Philly.
Also, they just parked on the sidewalk.
Yeah. Like I said.
I loved Fake Jug. I had a crush on Fake Jughead.
Fake Jughead.
Yeah, one of the bullies who wore the leather
kid.
jacket and had like the swooshy hair.
Oh.
He was supposed to be a kid in high
who
school.
was like the main guy, but he wasn't driving.
Yeah, I don't know who he was. He might be 16 years old, so I wasn't sexually attracted to him, but I thought he was cute. I was like, oh, look at this cute little Philly kid in his leather jacket.
Yeah. A lot of it was shot at, I want to say Chicago. It was a lot of interior type stuff.
I saw a whole lot of Quebec things at the end.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. Once they did all line up and all of them had their own subset of Shazam's powers, I was like, damn, flight is a useless ability by itself.
It's good for running away.
Yeah, like literally all you can do is run away. Or like evade things.
Or woo women like Lois Lane. Just bring her up above the clouds. And
if you don't use it as a superpower travel-wise, pretty dope.
Yeah. But it's like for a
does
superhero to
energy?
Only have flight.
Like, how much energy do you use when you fly? Like, are you fucking tired? Is it the equivalent of me running?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it has some sort of enhanced metabolism.
The idea of
like,
being able to fly without like some sort of propulsion, even in a super like turn your brain off superhero sense, just is.
Well, they're also magic. So you can blame it on the
magic. They
did
say magic.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like Shazam's whole thing is that he's magic.
Magic.
Wait, is Shazam stronger than Superman?
I don't know. I think he has the potential to be.
I don't know, but I thought it was...
Shazam...
I thought it was, I liked that whole little conversation they had in the movie where they talk about flight or invisibility. And I thought about myself whenever people ask me that question. And my immediate answer is always mind control. And everyone's like, well, and I was like, yeah, that's the ultimate power. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And I guess that makes me a villain, right? Based on the conversation they had.
Well, if someone comes up to me and says flight or invisibility, and I don't know why those are always the two stereotypical ones to choose from.
Are they?
But yeah, it's always like flight or invisibility.
I wonder if there's
or super strength. I always go invisibility, like
historical
no hesitation.
Context there, like maybe the fair,
My superpower would be definitely not having to eat ever again.
Lame.
I mean, if I could just choose one, I'd go for telekinesis. Or whatever one lets me pick up the remote from the other side of the room. That's telekinesis, right? I want to use the force.
Yeah. Psychic abilities is ultimate because you can manipulate.
And they get real OP real fast.
All matter, yeah. Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
She's just like...
That's my fucking bitch.
I took
I took a BuzzFeed quiz a couple years ago.
And it said I was Lizard Man.
And it told me that I was Jean, and I was like...
A pair of jeans. That's weird.
You're so
what
fucking
stupid. What a strange superpower.
Superman is faster, stronger, and more durable. The magic that Shazam can dish out isn't even remotely powerful. Some fucking dork just isn't even Superman isn't even... He doesn't even come close to Superman. Superman it's remotely even better than Superman because Shazam is just magic and Superman is...
Speaking of nerds, I just got yelled at Wegmans because I didn't enter the line the right way. And the guy said, for future reference, just so you know, the line actually starts over there.
Where the fuck? It's a straight. How did you enter a line wrong?
So, by the exit where the pub area is, where you buy all the beer and the wine?
Yeah.
You know how you used to walk towards the doors and then go towards the registers? They moved it so that you walk towards the register. So it's not just a
giant block of people blocking everything.
Right. And I didn't notice because I was just trying to buy some fucking lemon garlic chicken. And then the guy was like, just so you know, for future reference, the line starts over there. And I was like, okay, eat my asshole, dude. Like, fucking, there's no one here.
Get bent.
True.
Yeah, were you the only person in line?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So at that point, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to save myself time here.
It doesn't matter. Apparently, so you said The Rock's going to play...
Black Adam.
Who is a bad guy.
He is a bad guy, but I think they're going to paint him as an anti-hero.
Of course.
I love me a good anti-hero.
When was the last time The Rock played a bad guy?
The Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
I guess, technically, yeah.
He's an anti-hero.
Well, in The Mummy 3, he was the bad guy. When he was the Scorpion King.
It wasn't until...
And then in his own movie, he was more of an anti-hero.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if The Rock has ever played a bad guy.
It's impossible
He's
for him.
so likable.
He's such a good guy.
He was technically a bad guy in Fast 5, and then he became a good guy.
Yeah, a bad guy in the sense that he was working for the government.
Bad guy in the sense that he was trying to find.
He
honestly,
he was a bad guy as The Rock.
How do you guys feel about the Hobbes and Watson or whatever?
Dude,
what's it called?
Hobbes and Watson.
What's it
Calvin
called?
and Hobbes.
Yeah.
Hobbes and Shaw.
Calvin
I'm
and Hobbes.
fucking into it, man. I mean,
you know what?
As a Fast and Furious movie, no way. But as a movie, I think I'm holding out hope.
As a person who's only seen Tokyo Drift and the most recent Fast and Furious movie,
Furious 8.
I feel like
Furious.
Fate of the Furious. It was Fate of the Furious.
It was Furious 8.
It was Furious 7. It was Fate of the Furious.
Was
the
it?
The 8th one, yeah. Because it was F8
Eat my ass.
of the Furious.
So I know nothing about the Fast and Furious movies. I guess we're going to have to watch those, like the Ocean's movies, because I've only seen 2, and they're probably the worst ones. But I loved them because of their ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And I hope all of them are like that.
No,
because they don't
none
seem...
of them are like that.
But that's wild because they don't... How can you make a good story out of that? It seems like such a low-level story that the only way to make it enjoyable is to make it as ridiculous as possible.
I mean, they're all pretty ridiculous,
like
but...
We get it. Do it for the fam.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's like all of the movies is just family.
It's like a mob movie, but like with cars.
Yeah. Well, the first one everyone says is like Point Break, but with cars.
I never saw Point Break. What's that?
Have you ever seen Point Break with
What's
Keanu
that?
Reeves and Gary Busey and fucking what's his name?
Is that the one where he's on a bus?
No, it's Speed.
Oh,
It's the one I forget. Was it Jordan? What's the guy's name? Patrick Swayze, right?
Yeah.
So
Rip.
Keanu Reeves is a FBI. I don't know if he's FBI, but he's some kind of cop, and he's trying to infiltrate Patrick Swayze's gang, who robs people in president masks, and then he becomes their friend. But they're doing this one last score, and Keanu Reeves has to decide whether he's going to help them or catch them or whatever. And then it's a whole thing. I've seen it a while ago. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Never seen it.
It's one of those like classic. I don't know if it's classic, but it's one of those like really weirdly good movies.
What are we talking about? I was busy worrying about my computer. Point Break.
Point Break.
I saw the remake. Never saw the original. I know.
Really?
Yeah. No. I know. Crazy.
There's a remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I never saw the remake.
It was about as good
Who
as
was in it?
the word okay is.
Is it a remake or a sequel?
It's a remake.
It's a remake.
A remake. Yeah. I don't know.
Did they keep the story the same?
Yeah. Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Based on the trailer, yes.
Interesting.
Just a agent who is a daredevil. The guy who is also a daredevil, but he steals. So the agent goes in.
But are either of them blind? Because he kept calling them daredevils.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was not a good joke.
Daredevil joke.
Oh, Vampire Weekend came out with more songs.
Yeah, you didn't hear him?
No, I haven't heard.
I
them
heard.
I didn't listen to
I
him
listened
yet.
to the one, and it was fine. It was fine.
I haven't listened to it yet, but I will tell you that I've been listening to Billie Eilish's new album because
No, thanks.
there are some bangers on there.
I'm sure it's good, but also like industry plant.
I don't know who Billie Eilish is.
I don't like every song, but there are some songs on there where I'm like, ooh, you know?
Yeah, that person keeps popping up on my Spotify, and I'm like, no thanks.
She's like,
I don't think
it's like a
either of you
Lord
would like it.
situation. Everybody's
Lord.
just like, oh, it's this young girl who can make music, and it's just like, yeah, remember Lord? It's literally the same thing. It's the same scenario, same.
I mean,
good
not
music.
really. They don't really have a similar sound at all.
I don't mean sound. I just mean vibe, man. It's just like, oh, some young girl who makes good music. I don't know. I just get like a weird vibe. Like I do like her music, but like I get this weird vibe. Like I don't need to listen to. I don't feel like I'm missing out by not listening to it.
That's fine.
I never even heard of it until like a week ago.
It's okay. Like I said, I like the few songs she has. The I Wish You Were Gay. I didn't really like that one.
I don't like that song.
But
I usually
the
skip it.
one that's everywhere, and though she did the that Apple commercial,
Yeah.
that made me feel something. That was actually really
When the
good.
Party's Over is really good. That made
Um,
me emotional the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
It just hit me at the
Well,
right time.
So yeah, that's the thing. I listened to it and then I went back and tried. Like I was like, okay, maybe.
I don't know if that's what they used in the commercial. I don't know what
yeah,
the
I don't know.
commercial song was.
But I tried going back and listening to her, and it's just like I get it.
No, the song "Bad Guy" is super good, and the song "Strange Addiction" is super good.
I can't connect. I'm like a 40-year-old white man. I'm just
See Me in a Crown. See Me in a Crown is good, and
See Me in a Crown. Royals.
It's not the same.
Lord, it's the same idea.
It's
Industry
not.
plant.
And Bury a Friend.
Illuminati.
Bury a Friend is really good too.
All the fashion people going after her, you see her fashion, she's all just like fucking dresses like Guy Fieri on the runway.
No, she stole my look. First of all, she got the fish gape like I got. That's how I take pictures.
That's
just open your
everyone
mouth
does
and
that
half
now.
Close your eyes. Yeah, but I've always done it. And she wears clothes that are way too big on her. And same. I think she probably wears more baseball hats than I do. I don't know if she does, but I imagine she does. She usually just wears a big t-shirt and sweatpants, which is pretty much what I wear.
Luke Bracey, Edgar Ramirez, Teresa Palmer.
What are you reading? You can't just read
what are you
names.
talking about?
People who we don't know that were in the Point Break remake.
I've been past
I
that
know
for
2 of those
15
people.
minutes.
Yeah. Anyway. Shazam.
Pretty good. I give it. So I decided I'm going to start multiplying my scores together because I have the thing and the thing.
Gotcha.
So to add them, then it just becomes like 5 out of 6, even though it's like a 2 and a 3.
Yeah,
So if it's a 6 out of 9, I feel like that's more accurate.
that makes sense.
That makes more sense. So I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 9.
Okay. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
That's how that movie made me feel.
So we're all basically on the same page.
Yeah.
Interesting.
More or less.
We have to see 5 Feet Apart because I really wanted to cry and I didn't cry in this movie and I'm ready to cry. So I think Andrew and I need to go see that this week.
Okay.
I think he only wanted to go see it because they had a free movie ticket.
Oh.
No, I'll go see it.
No.
I used my
I'll
free.
go see it.
I used my free movie ticket on Avengers.
Oh, nice.
Because I got a ticket to the Avengers.
Good luck with that crowd.
I'll give an exclusive report on that week.
Can you live stream that whole movie for us?
No.
Just the crowd?
That's illegal.
Yeah.
No, just his face like Shia LaBeouf did.
Oh.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I miss Shia LaBeouf.
Where is he?
He's in my room.
Right now, he is... Don't be ridiculous. Oh, my God. Hey, guys. No, right now, he's either creating, filming, or something, his kind of like biopic after himself, or like semi-autobiography sort of film based on his life that he wrote.
Okay.
Or he already made it, something like that.
I feel like he already made it.
Yeah, it was something along those lines.
I think I saw that it was getting a...
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think they showed it at like South by.
One of the festivals.
And people were like, whoa, this is good. And then it got picked up. Because it's about a child actor and like his abusive dad, and that was his life.
Okay.
That's what he's doing right now.
What did he ever do with that road trip thing he was doing?
He went. He did it.
No, but wasn't he making a movie with that?
Yeah, maybe that's what it's part of that movie.
Because I do remember seeing a movie. I don't know if I saw the trailer. I saw a poster or something with him and a girl in a car, and I assume that's what it was, but I don't.
There was another one, American Honey, I think is what it was called.
That's the one.
I don't think that was part of it. That was something else.
That was just coincidence.
Which I also wanted to say, but none of his movies now get like major releases, so I never really think, oh, I gotta go see it because I never remember or hear about it.
Same.
Poor Shia. I really want him to do funny stuff again. I felt like he always had great comedic timing and just like personality.
When was he funny other than in Even Stevens?
Transformers
Transformers is pretty funny. I always thought he had the chops to just be a funny dude, but he was so #more hashtag.
Are you high? Did you smoke my weed?
Yeah. That chicken got me high as fuck. # more damage than Jared Leto's The Joker.
Wow, it's unbelievable how less funny it is when it takes you that long to say it.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of the Joker.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Well, I'm the transition master.
Well.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
That's what I say to all the ladies, and look at all of them around me.
And then he transitions.
And then I transition to another thing.
Like into a lady.
Well, maybe someday.
Anyway, so I'm assuming you're going to talk about the trailer.
Yeah, I just thought it looked really good.
What trailer?
For the Joker.
Did you really just ask what trailer? That was real?
Just kidding. Jokes. Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
So am I. I'm more excited than I thought I would be.
I'm honestly, my mom brought up a good point. I'm really scared that it's going to be like... They're going to use all the good stuff in the previews, and it's just going to be like really boring, and like all the good scenes are in the previews, so they're not even good anymore because you've already been exposed to them for so long.
I saw
I'm not that worried about that.
ton of comparisons to like Taxi Driver and the original Joker's TV debut and stuff like that, and they're like scene for scene almost the same, even with like Robert De Niro and stuff. I was like, ooh, that's kind of like it's maybe it fits the film, but a lot of the trailer is like copied scenes from other movies it's taking inspiration from.
That's a little bit of a bummer.
I mean, it's a trailer.
To see like a more dramatic superhero movie. Not that it's even going to be relative at all.
Man of Steel is pretty dramatic, right?
Man of Steel.
Yeah, but this one's going to be like
cry.
I don't know. I feel like this one's going to be more like down and dirty.
Yeah.
And less.
I keep seeing
there's superheroes.
I keep seeing these corny ass fucking pictures online of like Heath Ledger's Joker like putting his head up on
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, thank you. His shoulder and being like, "It's your turn, brother." I'm just like, stop. Super
like
gay.
How they did that with Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger after Heath Ledger died.
Did they do that?
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Like not that exactly, but that same.
And then there's this theory about the 3 Jokers thing. I don't know. Everybody's trying to connect everything. Just let them make.
Andrew, how do you feel about what's it called? The Batman Who Laughs or whatever it's called?
The Batman who is the Joker or something like that, right?
Yeah, there's like a sub-Batman comic where like, I don't know if a sub-comic is a real term, but it's, a comic about something happens with Batman and the Joker and he starts killing people and it's just called like Batman Who Laughs, and it has some, I don't know anything about it, but Alex at Founding Farmers was talking about it one night because I said Batman was fucking lame because he doesn't even kill anyone. He's just like a sad rich kid. Like, just write some poetry, dude. You don't have to like hang people upside down.
I've never heard Batman be put so accurately.
Well,
hang someone upside down.
That's what he does.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Well, maybe you should look into it. Maybe it's interesting. I heard.
I will. It does sound
good.
interesting. But yeah, I don't know.
I spilled some water.
Good job.
You son of a bitch.
How about Top Chef Junior?
Oh!
Is that what it is? Top Chef Junior?
Yes.
Why is it so good to watch? When you left, I was like, I didn't know what to watch. I put on Teen Titans Go after 40 minutes.
You didn't watch the finale without me,
No.
We still have to watch the finale.
What? Like, I hate
Andrew
those shows.
Henry went home.
Ah, my boy.
Well, to be fair,
sweet
which
boy.
one was Henry? Oh, the
robot.
German kid.
He
German
wasn't
robot.
German.
He was the robot. The
Wasn't he
German
French?
robot.
Or he
No, he was
French food.
There was definitely at one point where he would just scream something in German, and his father was like, "Easy, they don't know. Easy." He was like, "Sanjay, Lan Sanjao." That was very Asian.
Japanese.
It was very Asian.
That was not German.
999.
He forgot to put a piece of fish on a plate, so one of the judges did not have any fish.
Ooh, I hate when that happens.
It was a big
rookie
boo-boo.
mistake.
Yeah.
He said, "My German engineering is broken."
So who's it down to? Owen and
It's down to my sweet boy Owen and
that
Rihanna.
chick. Yeah.
Rihanna?
Rihanna. They sent Milo home. He cried. I
Rihanna.
almost cried because I was like,
he
really.
would.
The problem,
Because he was such a kid
I
compared
probably
to the
would
rest
too
of
if I was
them.
But
that age.
Like his
he was-
maturity level was like way down, but he still cooked really well, which is a
he
really
was on
interesting
a much
thing to
higher
watch.
cooking level than Rihanna.
Yeah, I don't like her. I shouldn't say I don't like her. She's a child.
Yeah. Fuck that little kid.
Fuck a kid.
I don't want her to win. I want Owen to win.
Same.
The Irish Indian kid.
Yeah,
Huh?
I like him. I think he does good
Weird
work.
Combo.
Hey man, love finds a way.
Love does find a way. Yeah, I never thought. It's so bizarre because I never go out of my way to watch like cooking shows. Why are they so fascinating?
I don't know, dude.
Also, why are there so many different types of food?
Bruh.
Huh?
What?
I'm so white. I'm just like, isn't it just like chicken and green beans?
No. It's funny that you say that now, though. It feels really good for you to say that because I remember like 2 or 3 years ago when we were living in the other apartment, you got really mad at me because you'd be like, I come home every day and you're just watching Chopped. It's all you do is you lay in bed and watch Chopped.
Well, there's a limit. Like, you
Okay.
were watching a lot of Chopped.
I was depressed.
Like, a lot of
And
Chopped.
it's easy to just keep on
Like,
watching.
with this, it was just random. And plus, it's kids. Plus, they were at a water park for one of the challenges. It's just like, first of all, this shouldn't be part of it, but it is. They said, go ride on slides, and whoever rides all the slides in the right order and gets bracelets gets to choose what ingredients. It's just like, well, that's not how a cooking competition works.
Well,
It's
it is,
usually-
apparently.
It's usually just about who cooks better. And then he gave that motherfucker the coconut shrimp,
Yeah.
and he was just like, I don't know what I'm going to make.
Probably coconut shrimp.
He made coconut shrimp.
He didn't say he didn't know what he was going to make. He said right off the bat, I'm going to make coconut shrimp.
Oh.
It was immediate.
But what was the kid who got sent home?
Milo.
Milo was just like, I gave him the hardest things because I want him to work for it. And then he fucking beat him the next round.
Damn.
And then he went home.
Bye, Milo.
Bye, Milo. Bye bye. But yeah,
Hashtag bye bye Milo.
it is fat. They're easy to watch and also easy to make fun of, I guess. They're just, I guess it's that. It's nothing more. That's why it's so easy to watch. It's just,
Sucks you in.
yeah.
The music, waiting for the commercial to see what happens when they lift the plate. Like,
You're watching Universal Kids.
yeah, I was saying to Andrew, I think you had left already. It was like Friday night, and I was just on the couch watching however many episodes in a row. So we saw that you're watching Universal
It's
Urinal.
so often.
It's like, yeah, it's like you hear you're watching Universal Kids like 29 times in 16 minutes. And I was like, nothing makes me feel more upset about where I am in life than sitting on my couch and hearing you're watching Universal Kids over and over.
The thing about it is it's such an adult show because they're working.
Yeah.
They're working. There's nothing childish about it except they went to the water park, I guess. I didn't watch any of the other episodes really, but
Yeah, that one
They
made me
made
really
cakes.
emotional. That one made me emotional because like they just got to be kids and I felt like the show is so serious.
yeah, that's the thing.
And they got to be kids for a little bit. And, like, they got treated to something nice. And, like, most of them don't have nice things. Like, they all have some
Yeah,
sort
they're
of
all
sob
apparently
story.
fucking poor.
Yeah.
They
There's-
still use that shtick.
And or cancer ridden.
That's true.
Don't say that about my boy. He had
Yeah,
to
he's cool.
leave.
I know.
Yeah, because he had cancer.
My heart goes out, but also
They had an Alex's
Did have
Lemonade
cancer.
episode, Andrew.
Oh my God, they had a whole
Ah.
yeah. How bad is that? I don't even know if we should. They'll probably
I'm
take
not
our.
saying that on here.
I will.
That's gonna
Alex's
be-
Lemonade is shit.
You son of a
The cause and what it's for is amazing, but the lemonade itself, how do you make that and go, yeah, it tastes good, bro?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Psych, it's not good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go through my whole rant on here. That's not the time or place.
That's
but-
the rant.
I'm
It's
just letting
not
you know.
good.
Just letting
well,
you
that
know.
mine was way more R-rated.
Well, yeah, usually it ends with fuck a kid.
Well,
Hashtag Andrew fucks.
doesn't everything?
Well, this one, it would be a victimless crime. So
Hashtag Andrew murders.
Andrew
Because
got
she's
it.
dead.
Yeah.
Hashtag Andrew sleeps. Getting that put
I-
on a shirt.
Do all those things. Oh, and before the Andrew fucks, Andrew murders, Andrew sleeps, it was Andrew was a businessman. So it's Andrew's a businessman, Andrew fucks, Andrew murders.
Yeah, that's when you
Andrew
were sucking
sleeps.
dick to pay for school.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
You weren't sucking dick. You were doing dares in a cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also
Callback.
also sucking dick, I think.
Also
was-
that.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd swallow?
No.
Ew.
No. Probably
Like in
not.
the event that like you do take up money,
If I get another
to suck a dick,
$70,000,
would
then
you
sure.
swallow or you'd spit it out immediately? Would you make them finish on your face?
I like thinking about Andrew sucking a dick and swallowing jizz is making my own dick hurt.
What about you, Jordan? What would you do if you were sucking dick for
Don't
money?
want to think about it. Oh, now I just thought about having a dick in my mouth.
Where would they finish?
I'd let them finish wherever they paid me the most money.
I'm trying to think about shitty Jimmy tasting his own cum.
Shitty Jimmy. You cum guzzling jizz goblin is
I don't
what she
know.
called
I
him.
don't care. If I was a girl, I guess I'd swallow.
Yeah.
I'd be polite. honestly, when I'm watching porn and a girl's just like, I'm just like, ew, does that guy have poop cum? Like, I haven't tasted my own cum, but I've had people swallow my own. So I don't know. I feel like 9 times out of 10 when I see like a porn video, it's just a girl going, even if it like a tiny bit, they're getting like spurted on. They're getting drizzled, and like a tiny bit gets like in their mouth. There's like, they do that like spittle thing, like kind of like when you're in the shower and you don't want soap going in your mouth when you're washing your face, and you're just like, yeah.
I have no comment on that.
It's just like fucking. It can't be that bad, right?
Another apartment 205 in-depth porn.
It's honestly not that bad, but what's frustrating is when sometimes it shoots straight to the back of your throat, and then it's kind of like because it like just goes straight back there. But I mean,
some of us have a strong stream.
I'm gonna be honest though, some taste better than others. So like, you know, it's true. If you eat better, it's not as bad. Anyway, that's Suckin Dick with Remi Robbins.
Make sure if you do suck that guy's dick, he had a good balanced diet.
Yeah, I have nothing to add to this conversation.
Just be like, excuse me, sir, what have you eaten today? He said, I had 2 McDonald's McFlurries.
Spits. Ah, you dick.
Ah, you dick.
Anyway, what else did we see this week?
I watched Dr. No. Did you guys ever see Dr. No?
Dr. No.
The first James Bond movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said you wanted to start watching the James Bond movies. No.
It's pretty good.
Wait, does it start with 3 blind mice?
Yeah.
I've seen like the first 10 minutes of that movie.
I mean, for being 1962, like it's dated as fuck by now, but
well,
a movie from the 60s is dated?
Yeah.
Tell me how it's dated.
Carbon
the
dated?
effects are pretty bad. the transition, like it'll, like obviously they reset the scene, but it'll be like, so they'll just like cut and Sean Connery will be like just barely moved a little bit, and it'll, you know, just stuff like that. But it was pretty good.
I was kidding. I understand.
I was just being ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. It like ended really fast. It's just like, I mean, you find out who the bad guy is pretty early on, and then James Bond goes to his secret evil bad guy island, and then like 10 minutes later he's in this underground volcano basically, and then another 2 minutes later it's done and James Bond wins.
This sounds like a spy movie. It's volcano lair.
I do love that episode of American Dad where it's a James Bond movie type thing, and Roger is tearjerker, and he has like the island and his goal is to make everyone cry to death. And the movie he makes is about like a little Jewish boy who has cancer, who gets a puppy, and the puppy also has cancer. And it's just like the saddest movie of all time. And that's like his evil plot is to eradicate humanity by crying so much. I was like, same.
And thinking back, I don't remember what the bad guy's plan was. It was something with radiation, and he had like super hands somehow because of radiation. And then James Bond just like flips him into a tank and he dies. And that's the end of the movie. And then James Bond met this girl on the island who was there for some reason. And then they're, boating away from the island. And then James Bond's like, oh, come over here. I'll fucking fuck you. And then, so then they're like boating in the boat. Just and then the fucking rescue boat comes and then he's like, no, it's fine. So then they start to get towed, and they just lets the tow rope go, so he can fuck in the boat some more. I'm like, yeah, but you still gotta go to shore, James.
Eventually.
So, different time, I guess.
Okay, so this week we have to watch the original Pet Sematary because you guys have never seen it.
True,
and I read a few reviews, not like real ones. I mean, like people who went and saw it that I'm friends with. A few people said that they change the story and it makes it weaker or some, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people said that like the changes they made weren't necessarily bad, but they didn't help anything.
Yeah, they didn't add anything.
Yeah. So, I want you guys to see the original before you see this new one because I want to be able to discuss both with you.
Okay.
Because I love the original.
Is that going to be before or after 5 Feet Apart?
I don't know. Are you going to come with us? What are you gonna do instead?
Play Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting better again.
That's good.
Well, I'm getting okayer again.
What else? We also have to see. So we have to see the old and the new Pet Cemetery. We have to see Andrew and I have to see 5 Feet Apart. Anything else? Is anything else out that's good that we want to see?
No, I think that was it for me.
What's this week?
I think Hellboy comes out this week.
Oh, Hellboy.
Oh, but you didn't see the original one, but you said you want to see the original one after this new one, depending on how much you like it,
Because
right?
I was watching or listening to another podcast that just reviewed the old ones. Or not the old ones, but the ones that already exist. And they were saying that if you haven't seen them and you see the new ones, it's probably better to see the new ones without having seen them. Because I don't know if they saw the new one, but...
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just saying. You asked.
We watched the Santa Clarita Diet, season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love that show, man.
Yeah, it's a lot funnier than it's always funnier than I expect it to be. Like,
The
every
writing
episode, I laugh so much more than I think I'm going to.
The writing is sharp. It is constantly on point. It always feels like the show's moving.
I just love Eric so much.
Yeah.
Like, I would die for him.
It's a good show. Did you ever watch Santa Clarita, Andrew?
Nope.
Unfortunate. Every time I get in my car, I always go, fuck, and I need gas. Because they're, like, doing, like, the show stuff where...
I also get a weird nostalgia thing because, like, I'm from there.
Oh,
Santa Clarita, specifically.
Yeah, the settings, even though it's probably all just regular sets, it's always, like, sunny and nice. It's just, like...
Yeah, it just reminds me of, like,
it's a
living
fun,
there.
Yeah, it's a fun contrast with all the, like, blood and violence and gore on top of
Everyone's
this. Everyone's
dressed nice. It's always sunny. Everything's green. Yeah.
The way all the characters interact with each other. Just the writing, like I said, is super sharp. I love that show. Check it out.
I did hate that one scene, though, where, like, she knights them. I was like, this is so fucking gay. Please stop.
Well,
I thought it was lame.
This is so fucking gay.
It, like, reminded me of Sabrina. I was like, I don't care.
Oh,
I don't care
Part
about this.
2's coming out.
Ugh.
I know.
Are we going to watch it?
I couldn't care. Unless somebody else redoes it again, I can give 2.
I honestly just
funks.
can't get past the fact that Sabrina and Harvey, is that his name? They look like the same person. It's literally the same person, but with a wig on. And some lip gloss.
It wasn't interesting to me.
Agreed.
I already have to put up with Riverdale. That's enough. That's enough of that world for me.
Ross, I don't know his last name, but
From Friends?
No. David Schwimmer. No, I forget his last name, but the Asian kid from 13 Reasons Why and Shazam.
Yeah.
Isn't he in Riverdale?
He was.
Is he dead?
No, they replaced him?
Oh, that's
Recast?
sad. I really like him.
Recast him because he was in 13 Reasons Why?
He's so charming.
Or was it the other way around? No. I think he left one of
Well, wouldn't
them.
he have done 13 Reasons Why after Riverdale?
Well, he's in the second season of 13 Reasons Why.
Then, yeah, he left Riverdale and they replaced him on Riverdale. If he's on the second season of 13 Reasons, then yeah, it was that.
I don't think he's in it a lot, though. I don't remember seeing him a
No.
lot.
It was one of
I
those
don't know. I
things.
just really
Yeah.
like him. I always like him
Fucking-
when I see him.
We don't remember well.
Well, I do.
Why would anyone?
But I don't watch Riverdale.
Why would
so.
anyone listen to this podcast? We don't even know what the fuck we're watching, and we watch it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, if you listen to this,
Also,
just text me. And text me the following phrase. Just out of the blue.
yeah, we need Steven
Hey,
so that
Andrew, you are an okay dude.
Steven
Period.
needs to
Period.
be our like Jamie on Joe Rogan podcast, who's always just like at that keyboard
Who
going.
just fact checks.
Yeah, our fact checker. Fucking. But also we
I
have.
just can't. I feel like I just time traveled, and I'm gonna get a message in the future.
Also, one of the guys who went to Japan with Peter, he's listened to all of them. Which honestly, Peter reminds us of Steven.
Yeah.
Like we
were in Japan and we're like,
he's
this
like
is Steven.
Steven on the other side.
He's
Where's he live?
He's brown skinned Steven.
But where's he from again? I thought
New York. He lives in New York.
Does he? Okay, you're right. He's still East Coast. For some reason, I thought he lived on the West Coast. But
no, that's
anyway.
Oscar.
I guess as long as we're shouting out our 3 listeners, might as well hit Tom in there.
Tom, Tonar Hajeki.
What about Max?
I don't listen to
think
him?
Max.
He said, "Did you call me a dweeb in episode 3?" He said I was listening to episode 3.
That was Steven.
Why did I think that was Max?
I don't know, but now you're way in that hole. Now Steven's just like,
fuck.
Literally,
Steven, you're irreplaceable.
it's Steven and Peter. Peter was actually really cool. I'm glad, Peter, if you're listening to this. Thank you for listening. And like,
that makes sense on why he sent the spaghetti western thing.
Oh, that's why, because we were talking about spaghetti
western.
Yeah,
I was so confused.
It's all coming together
Which
now.
I don't know what movie that was.
And also,
from.
it was like 3 o'clock in the
Tombstone.
morning. Yeah.
Oh, Tombstone. Duh.
So I was like, and I was fucking drunk. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
back to
why is
sleep.
Steven messaging just me, Jordan, and Andrew this Tombstone video? This is weird. And then I, for some reason, thought Max is the one who texted saying that they were listening to episode 3.
I think Tom has maybe listened to 2.
Yeah, he listened to at least 2 of them.
Peter's listened to all of them, and then Steven's listened to at least 3. Maybe he's listening to 4 right now, and then he's going to be like, well, maybe I don't need to listen to 5. They called me a dweeb.
Well, if I never get that text, we'll not have our answer.
It's technically live, but the live video, like, paused because I didn't know, I should have tested it, if it records, like, for later on YouTube.
Oh, are we streaming on YouTube right now?
Technically, yes, but it might just be voice because I'm also recording on QuickTime for the video. Because like I said, I didn't know if it actually records on YouTube and saves it for later.
Is that why you were worried about your computer exploding?
Yeah. So I'm recording there, and then also recording
audio.
audio. Yeah, which is the most important right now. Since we don't have like nothing interesting really happens on the video. It's kind of a secondary if I feel like editing or doing something funny. Like,
Yeah, I feel like we need more cameras for video to be fully
More
utilized.
cameras. Do you want me to look at all of them directly?
I don't think it has anything to do with cameras. I think on screen, like if we're looking up something, like if we had that tech person, that'd be interesting. Like you could see the thing, or like play a video or show a picture of a person that we can know. Like, who the fuck was that person? And then it's on the screen, and then if somebody's watching the video podcast.
I don't think we need to explain how a podcast works right now.
But anyway, that's what you do. But right now, it's mostly just for me if I feel like putting funny clips together like I did for the one podcast.
Yeah.
And that's why I bought my MIDI cable for my Rock Band keyboard. If I feel like making a song.
Cool.
For an actual theme.
Do it.
Instead of la-di-da-da-da, it's Apartment 205.
Do it.
Not done that for any of them.
I did it for this one.
And we kind of did it for the last one. We went, it's Andrew.
Yeah.
And then we went, beep, burp, burp, burp. Ow, I just bit my lip again. But yeah, do it. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Be creative.
Well, I just need to figure out why it's not connecting.
How many people do you think are going to kill themselves after they see Endgame?
Huh?
What?
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like
if they were already going to kill themselves, but they're like, I need to watch Avengers first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Probably a fair amount.
I
honestly.
feel like there's
if
going
I
to be
was
like
gonna-
a small
like
tick
a suicide pact.
Yeah, they're just like, well, I've seen it. I know what happens. I mean, there's other movies, but also like this is it. 10 years, I've been waiting.
Like,
fucking
honestly, for since I guess a year before, or I guess when they first did the trailer for Infinity War, I was like, good. I just got to survive until Infinity War, and now I'm like, I just got to survive until Endgame, and then I'll figure out the rest later. I'm glad you saved yourself.
Sorry, yeah, I did it for the bit, but I forgot that I would actually die if I kept doing it. That's for the video podcast.
So fucking dumb.
Get back on your mic, bitch.
Here I am.
Yeah. What else?
Honestly, nothing. We didn't do a lot this week.
We don't do a lot every week.
I watched Doctor Strange too, but
I love that movie.
dude, I really like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
As Doctor Strange, yeah.
He's perfect.
Anything else, I don't really care what he does,
Yeah,
but as
I've
Doctor Strange,
really only seen him in Sherlock, which I have to finish still. But
I hate looking at him.
why?
I hate his face.
Why?
I hate his face. I don't know. Why do some people hate Tom Cruise or Nicolas Cage?
That's true.
I just fucking, I hate his face. And all I can think about every time I look at him is his true form in Zoolander 2 when he plays an androgynous model who's like wearing the wig and you don't know if it's a man or a woman. And he's just like a really weird robot person. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but
never did.
I know Jordan did, but he's not paying attention to me. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't like him. And I used to watch the Doctor Strange like cartoons with my dad, and I just don't get that vibe from Benedict. Maybe it's because I'm biased and I already don't like him, but he just doesn't do it for me. Jordan, we can talk about Cowboy Bebop and your favorite casting decision.
Oh, no. Fucking Stephen J. Blum commented on it, the guy who voices Spike in the anime.
We know.
For the people,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Andrew definitely doesn't know that. He commented on it. He's just like, give him a chance. I'm like, you just have to say that. Fucking, I wish you would just. No, fucking, yeah, they announced the Netflix cast for most of the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation, if you will. And it's awful ish. Mostly just Spike. The other ones, I don't really know. The one actress is, do you remember The Detour? On TBS,
yes,
the sister, the crazy sister, who was partying. She's like, apparently, I thought she was Asian. She's actually Hispanic. But anyway, she's playing Faye, so I can kind of see from that show that she could do it. But John Cho as Spike, I keep going over it in my head, and absolutely not. He's too old. I've never seen him even come close to being like Spike in any of his roles or even in real. I just can't see him acting how Spike should be in any capacity, even imagination, in any reality, in all of fucking Doctor Strange's versions of how fucking the Avengers beat fucking Thanos. He did that for John Cho, and in none of the versions did John Cho do a good Spike Spiegel. No, absolutely not.
What about, I wish I knew his last name so that I could just say it. What about my Asian boy from 13 Reasons Why? He's so young and charming.
Maybe.
That smile.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, he seems pretty cool. He could be a cool guy.
Like, I don't mind Spike being Asian. I'm past like the whole what races they should be, but there's definitely a fucking there's so many better choices.
Literally, I've only seen a few episodes of Cowboy Bebop, but I have already thought of like 6 people who would be better.
Yeah, we watched that first episode of Cowboy Bebop, and it. What did you think? Like, were you think?
Well, I've seen it, so I wasn't really paying attention because I've seen it and I didn't want to watch
the
first episode again.
Well, you were in the room, so you technically still had to watch it.
Well, I wasn't watching it. I was doing something else.
Regardless.
There are like 6 different people.
I liked it.
I mean, I've never seen it. I've never cared about anime really until recently, I guess. But I enjoyed it. It was a fun ride.
Cowboy Bebop's good. The music, the atmosphere, the story's pretty straightforward. You know, you can dive deep into it. But yeah, no. The casting is just making me want to shit my pants. I've never seen the black guy. I don't know what else he's done. He was in Luke Cage, apparently.
Mike Coulter?
I guess so, yeah.
Or no, Mustafa. Yeah, dude, he was great in Luke Cage season 2.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the bad guy. He was probably one of the best bad guys out of the Netflix Marvel series.
I have to see like a YouTube or something. I don't know his voice. I don't know. Well, okay, so come from you saw the first episode of Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. Now for Jet.
I don't know who Jet is.
Jet was the bald guy who was cooking, and he was.
I was gonna say the guy from the ship mostly.
Yeah, as that's Mustafa or whatever his name is.
Okay.
From the little bit of you've seen of both, I guess, do you think that would be a good fit?
Probably. I don't think that's a fair question.
I don't know what his.
Yeah, I don't think one episode is gonna.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like I said, it was a teeny bit. I didn't want
But I don't know what his real voice is, because in Luke Cage he has this ridiculous Jamaican accent, and I want to say he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So it's probably he probably has a normal American accent, but I've never heard him talk normal.
I still need socks.
Okay.
Great transition.
I'm not done with Cowboy Bebop yet.
I'm just letting you know.
No, but I think he would. I like him.
And apparently it's supposed to come out late 2019, and I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Well, you don't have to watch it.
I don't have to watch it, but I 100% will, and I really want to hate it. I'm going to be so angry if it's at least okay. If I give it a 5 out of 10.
Why would you be angry if it was good?
Because I don't want it to be good. I didn't want it to exist. Some media just doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, you could say that about everything, but
Exactly.
if it's good, wouldn't you be happy that what they made wasn't a bad representation of something that you love?
I'm just being stubborn.
I mean, I get it. I'm literally just being like devil's advocate right now.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. To me, I feel like if I really am not looking forward to something because I'm upset that it's being remade or whatever, if it's good, then that makes me feel good because at least
it'll bring more people to the audience and they'll see the anime and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But also, fuck that casting.
Yeah.
Just John Cho. No offense to John Cho. I love John Cho and literally everything he's done. I wanted to see, I forgot, he did that one with the...
Searching?
Yeah, did you
I
see
wanted
it?
to see that.
Yeah.
It was
I
in
keep hearing
movies
how
for like a
great it
week.
is.
Yeah.
And it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Like I said,
in movies, everyone's like, oh, it's so great. And then it was gone.
everything he's done is good. I love him as an actor. But for that choice, I don't know what fucking dildo-licking, not cum-swallowing motherfucker chose him. But they need to rethink it.
And start swallowing.
And start
It sounds
swallowing.
like.
Yeah. They get drizzled on and they spittle.
Jesus. Snail trail?
Snail trail. But yeah, no, that's Cowboy Bebop. You know, that was my fucking prepubescent bullshit.
Did you see
kid
all
stuff.
these new...
That was my life. That's what I wanted to be.
Yeah, we know. Your name on Facebook is Beagle.
Yeah.
We know.
We all have that thing. You had like fucking emo music and shit. Whatever.
I never changed my name on Facebook.
I don't know. You tried skateboarding or whatever. I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway.
Who tried skateboarding?
Me.
Oh,
Because I didn't know how to ride a bike. And all my friends in Florida were like, let's go here. And I was like, I don't know how to ride a bike. So I got a skateboard because at least I could like skate around on that.
Right on.
I could ride it. I couldn't do any tricks. But what I was going to say is, have you seen all these new collaborations with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with like Vans, and I think even Gucci did something? Like it's like out there now. It's my time.
Certainly bizarre.
And an adventure.
Yeah.
Hasn't it been out for like a long time though?
It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of the, along with a bunch of others like One Piece, one of the longest running.
I just
things.
don't understand why all of a sudden it's like I'm seeing it everywhere.
I think it's just
Timing?
not yes and no. Timing as in just the time that we're in where media is so easy to share.
Yeah.
And it's such a strong presence. Like the show itself is insane. And when it gets shared, people are like, yo, check this fucking shit out. You know, it gets shared and shared and shared and shared. And it's bizarre. So it's just going to get, and then, you know, it's already commercialized in a way in Japan. So it's easy to just move it to like Gucci and all that shit. Know what I'm saying, dog? How about them Phillies? Sports
good.
Talk with Andrew.
Sports Talk with Andrew.
Any good plays today?
Yeah, dude. Andrew McCutcheon threw out someone at home from left field.
He just threw a guy to his home?
Yep.
That's insane. Was he Shazam?
Yeah,
Was
dude,
he just like,
was,
Shazam?
I was like, damn, Andrew McCutcheon, Shazam? And then he was fucking out. And it was great. And Reese Hoskins hit a 2-run home run.
What was the score?
2-1.
Nice.
So Zach Eflin, the Phillies starter, gave up a leadoff home run.
Zac Efron is a Philly starter?
Eflin.
Efron.
So he gave a lead off.
So he gave up a leaf-off home run.
Nice.
And whoever was pitching for the Twins was like fucking killing the Phillies for a while.
Huh.
Pitching for the Twins sounds like a term I don't want to know.
It does sound almost sexual. So then Reese Hoskins hit a 2-run home run in like the 6th or 7th. And at that point I was drinking a beer with my boss. And we were like, yeah. And everyone was like, yeah. And then the bullpen didn't fuck it up.
Nice.
And that was Sports Talk with Andrew. Go Phillies. Or don't. Whatever.
Sports.
We watched Love, Death, and Robots.
I wish I had a.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about that more?
We're coming up on an hour, so we can keep it kind of short. But I really like most of them. I really liked the animation in the one where like the girl sees the guy shoot a girl and then she's like running from him.
Yeah, I thought that was very Spider-Man.
Thought I had reverb.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I just loved the animation in that one.
Yeah.
Like it was like pretty. Like I loved it. And I can't believe how good some of them are. The one I was screaming about where they're like on a spaceship.
Oh, dude,
they looked like
so
real
good.
people.
That one,
I was shook.
So that one really reminded me of Warframe, because in Warframe there's this group. I don't know if it's a group of people, but there's the infestation, which like basically does what what happens to that ship.
Yeah,
where it just like infects everything, and then it's not actually anywhere near the same, but it's like the same kind of idea.
I getcha.
It looks similar.
Yeah, it was.
So I was like, oh, fucking cool.
It was a cool concept, and it looked really good.
Yeah.
I didn't love all of them, but I mean, I enjoyed them.
There's
How many are
19
there?
of them.
Oh, okay.
So obviously,
I think we only
not
saw like
everyone's gonna love all
12.
of them.
Yeah.
I really liked the Hitler one. Did you guys?
No, we didn't see any of the moon ones.
Oh, it was so good. I think that one's.
We
like
can talk
the
about that
last
next
one.
week. We'll finish the third.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
second third.
apparently
the last third.
Apparently they're releasing them in different orders versus people, so I don't know if we're in the same order or not, but it was like
That's
the
weird.
second. They released them into like 4 different orders just to see. I don't know, like I guess it was semi-random based on.
The first one was pretty
reviewing
cool.
history.
The first one with like the mind control animals.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool.
That one was pretty cool.
The 3 robots on vacation.
Oh, that one was great.
That one was funny.
With the cat.
Jordan said that was the
Chris
3 of
Parnell.
us.
But which one was who?
You were the robot
The
that.
one that took pictures that just had a bunch of data.
The one was that?
It was like a cone. The one
was
that
a
wore
cone
the one
thing?
that got a baseball hat and wore it.
Is that the one that is Big Head?
No,
the
Jordan
little
Oh
one.
no! That was the big like triangle, or not triangle, but
Yeah.
the big guy. Okay.
Yeah, you're the triangle one.
I was Big Head.
He
The
was
little-
he was the little orange one, and then I was the one in the middle.
You're the Xbot 4000.
Yeah.
I was the Xbot 4000.
Yeah, I could see that. I agree.
Yep.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I think there was a bunch of other stuff that I don't remember, but I remember there was some I want to talk about. When you
Are you
have
drunk?
that dream, and when you do.
That's enough. We watched a lot of Vine videos for the 30th time this month.
I watched a lot of trailers.
I try not to watch trailers because I don't like feeling a certain way before I go into a movie.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I hate, like I was saying earlier, like I don't want to watch a preview and then I'm disappointed when the time comes in the movie because I'm like, oh, I saw this. I don't need this scene now.
I just went for all the like Netflix stuff, or like HBO had one, just because there's no other way I'm gonna see it or care.
Yeah. Are you watching TikTok videos right now?
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Oh, you know what's fucking crazy? How I fucking so I saw that Instagram video of Freddie got fingered.
Yeah.
Of that. Daddy, would you like some sausage?
We all know the scene.
So fucking, I walk into Max's, and the first thing, like, he has his little living room area and has all of his DVDs and shit, and I walk up to a stack that's just like fucking PS2 games and like fucking like Johnny English or some bullshit, and Joe looks over and he's like, "Are you sure you don't want to watch?" Then the first thing he points out is Freddy Got Fingered on DVD, and I was just like, "Excuse me?" It's like, "Yeah, there's a Freddy Got Fingered DVD right here." I was like, "What?" I didn't even know those existed. And then Max was like, "Yeah, you gave that to me." I was like, I wanted to watch it, and then we remembered that I don't know if it was a bootleg DVD or what, but the hole in the center is off center. So when you put it into a DVD player or anything like that, it shakes the whole thing because it's fucking off center, so it's spinning however fucking fast. Anyway, we're glitching the system.
If you say so.
Okay.
Yeah. When was the last time you thought about Freddy Got Fingered? Then the next day I go over, not next day, within the week, and then that's the first movie we see to choose randomly, and then, I totally forgot I gave that to him. I didn't even realize I bought it.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. The person who always says it's a glitch is in the system, but when it actually is one for somebody else, it's not.
No, it is.
Uh-huh.
It is.
It is. No problem. You so fucking gorgeous
you don't
when
even...
you smile. This is good for you, Andrew.
Okay.
Anyway,
I think this has run its course. So our to-do list this week is Original Pet Sematary, New Pet Sematary, 5 Feet Apart, finish Love, Death, and Robots or whatever it's called. And do we have anything else?
Game of Thrones starts this weekend.
I still have to
wait,
watch...
what about Barry?
Oh, Barry comes back!
Barry has been come back.
Yes.
Yeah. We're like 2 episodes.
I don't have HBO. You guys are my HBO hookup.
I forgot that Barry is back.
The one fucking service I don't have that you guys have.
Okay, anyway, so we're going to watch Barry. We have to watch Silicon
Andrew,
Valley because we have
login.
to finally finish it.
Oh, Silicon Valley. That's right.
Aviato.
There's
Pakistani.
4, 5. Wait, hold up. This doesn't
No
make any
way.
sense.
No.
There's already... Oh, that's season 1.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Yeah, there's 2.
Okay. All right, so we have a lot to do this
I gotta
week.
catch up on some SNL.
Yeah, we have a lot to do this week.
Who knows what'll make the cut?
And nothing else interesting happened to us.
I started being more of a bitch at work because I'm just over it.
You've been starting to be more of a bitch at work every single day since you started.
Yeah, it's grown.
Literally every single day.
I literally cut the CEO off in the middle of meetings. And I'm like, do you have to do this right now? Can we have a separate discussion about this? I'm not doing this right now.
This is why people don't like millennials.
No, it's because
that's
if
not
you
why.
want me to do my job and get it done right and on time, I can't spend 6 hours of my 8 to 9 hour workday in fucking meetings talking about it. It's a waste of everyone's time. Do you know how much money it costs to get every single important person in that
That's true.
company in one room to talk about nothing for 2 hours?
That's true.
Gee, thanks for the season's pizza while we talk about nothing. Can I go back to my desk now?
That's true.
I love wasting time.
Wasting time is cool if you don't have deadlines and then people get on your ass and they say, why isn't this done? And you say, because I was in a meeting for 3 fucking hours. That's why. So anyway.
I'm going to send this
I'm
podcast
usually in
to
the
Greg.
position
No!
to Greg.
Greg with 3 G's.
Yeah, my boss.
Oh,
Her boss, yeah.
3G Greg.
3G Greg.
Fuck, I regret that I said that now.
It's cool.
They don't know where I work. It's fine. Don't dox me.
Nothing interesting else for you, Andrew?
The only interesting thing was that I didn't go to the Painfully Single mixer.
Unbelievable thing. You went and got sushi with your mommy.
Yeah, I had my own Painfully Single mixer with my mommy.
Doesn't sound good.
It
Not
was
a
painful,
phrase.
and they were both single, so, you know.
She's lonely. I'm lonely.
Okay.
Oh, wait, before we go, that Hinge message, what was it? Come on, bro, don't leave the listeners hanging.
Don't leave
I'm
Steven
gonna-
hanging.
This
I'm
is
gonna
the
read
this
the-
is the romance corner.
I'm only reading the latest one with no context.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google sexy music.
Should I wait for
Wait
that
for the
to-
music. Wait for the
Okay.
music. It's putting so much effort in for you.
Sexy music.
My dad asked me
Make
if
sure
I
it's
wanted...
royalty free.
Oh, God. My dad asked me if I wanted a Barry Manilow vinyl today. I was like,
Did
no,
you say
I'm
yes?
not. No. I was like, Dad, I'm not just going to, like, schmooze. Excuse me, dog. I'm not just going to, like, schmooze on over to the turntable and put Barry Manilow on. Like, who the fuck am I?
I don't know.
Royalty
You want to get over there?
free.
What's going on over there? You can go. Go ahead.
Ben Sound.
All right.
All right, so how is this?
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is the romance corner. On
And
Apartment
Andrew's
205.
romance corner. So, She writes, "Oh, that's a good theory. Think they're going to have a kid together?
Excuse me?
I can't wait for next weekend."
Huh? Whoa. Who? What?
Hold on, there's more. "And oh, perfect timing. I started my rewatch a little early. I finished a couple weeks ago. So I'm so ready for it to be back on."
Okay, so they're definitely talking about the Avengers because they're talking about rewatching and next week. But
I
who's
thought they were talking
having...
about Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Game
there's
of
that.
Thrones.
There's that. I'm sorry.
Point to Jordan.
Yes. 1 point. I'm sorry.
Who's this girl?
What's her name?
Her name is Megan, I think.
With an H. Please tell me there's no H.
No H.
Oh, thank God.
But there is 2 N's.
But there are 3 G's.
Call back. Great. 3G
You know,
Greg.
to 20 seconds ago.
3G Greg. It's like a fucking cell phone. Yeesh.
Anyway.
Nah, we were just talking about Game of Thrones. So.
You're gonna have to. Are you gonna show us a picture?
No.
Oh, he's embarrassed.
Bummer.
She's ugly as shit.
Rude.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, she's ugly as. Okay. Answer this. This is how we're gonna end it. Does she
Okay.
look like she swallows jizz?
I don't know if yes or no is good or bad.
See, I
Is swallowing just good?
don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, okay.
All right, so real talk. I've never had anyone swallow my jizz, so I don't know what that looks like in person.
It looks like what you think it looks like.
I don't know what that looks like in person.
All right.
Live and in person.
1 to 3 scale.
1 to 3 of the attractiveness.
Yes.
Of swallowing jizz.
Of
No.
swallowing jizz.
Of you being attracted to her, whether you think she's cute or pretty or fucking you want to stick your dick in her mouth, whatever your
Well,
scale
we are
is.
objectifying a random woman.
Yeah.
Feminists also are now not listening to us.
They weren't before either. It's fine.
Well,
Like,
we didn't have the blacks or the Chinese. The blacks. Sorry. I take that back. That came out very, very racist. And I didn't
Jeez.
mean-
That was a callback to the first
episode. I didn't mean to say the blacks. Any African American listeners or Asian listeners?
See, grading women on 1 to 3 is more difficult
All right,
than
5.
movies.
All right, let's start with
5?
Lawrence's scale. Yes or no?
Yes or no? Yes.
Scale of
Obviously,
1 to
I'm
5.
Talking to her.
2.1.
Jeez.
Andrew, you're worth so much more than that.
Don't waste your time with the 2.
Oh,
0.1.
fucking bored, man.
2.1. Not even a 5.
Just
Bored? What are you bored about? You have us, motherfucker.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to swallow your jizz, but...
well, maybe she will.
And on that note... Well,
This has been Apartment 205.
I was going to play some royalty-free music, but instead
It's
I'm
too
just
late
gonna...
for that.
All right, catch us next time when we'll have seen the pet cemeteries.
Potentially.
Keep it real.
Or
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, I'm going to end that. I have so many things to end.